Okay, bad idea. Yeah, I can't even tell. We're going to find out only because I'm going to be forced to have to listen to the first 90 seconds of this. Hi. Get rid of that. Get rid of that. Uh, where are we? Okay, good evening, Gotham. Good evening, Metropolis. Emerald City, Xanadu, Babylon, to the ISS, and the rest of you. Good morning, good afternoon, or good evening, as the case may be. It is. I should know this. Today is May 24th, 2022. Oh, good. The aliens brought me back. It is just after 11:30 p.m. Mountain Time, 1:30 a.m. Boston Time, 8:30 a.m. Ukrainian Time, Boston, Ukrainian, Kiev, 3:30 p.m. in Tokyo, and 10:30 tonight in Santa Monica, California. Well, didn't take long for President Biden to have a press conference, and depending upon what state and what media you watched, the media didn't even cover it. Well, now, wait a minute. Your FCC license requires you. Where was the national alert that the President Biden would be addressing the United States tonight at a press conference at 8:15 p.m. Eastern Daylight Time regarding the atrocities committed earlier today in Texas? Standing from a podium, he screams. Thinking whispering would have been creepier. When are we going to do what we all know needs to be done? Armed teachers? No. Darn. I'm Scooter McGee. Find what's left of me on the World Wide Web, scootermcgee.com. You can comment on social media on Facebook, Scooter McGee, and you can follow my headlines on the Twitter, the Scooter McGee. And to my three supporters on Patreon, bless your hearts for at least having faith in me when most don't. So my ramblings from the car today were interesting in that what I call the consciousness of the energy of the universe. Yes, my appearance has changed. I threw duct tape over a logo. No, I'm not on the air. No, I'm not doing anything media oriented. I received a phone call last Thursday. So here's where the of the universe, the energy of the universe, the consciousness of it all. Operation Chihuahua was a abysmal failure, and I have spent countless hours autopsying and dissecting the problems why. I will discuss that maybe another time. I was never good at herding cats. I was always best when I was a cast member of an ensemble group. The delusions that I'm good as a standalone, bad idea. The internet is filled with bad ideas. Excuse me. There was a part of me that, oh, because we've got enough lead time on this, if we get together and just sketch it out, we go live. Oh no. Now you bring people into the mix. And to appease, I thought we were, I shouldn't really be doing it. Okay, so we should rehearse. Well, the rehearse takes we should have a meeting today, okay? And the time, I recognize my voice. It's irritating in English. None of this was in what I laid out, and this is the direction it's now going. Good luck, drive safe. Thanks for coming. This passive aggressive nonsense of text messaging, I don't understand, and I haven't since the damn device was created. And I think it was Paris Hilton and all those crackheads that started this texting nonsense off their sidekicks. So, in the same time frame of the realization that Operation Chihuahua is an abysmal failure, what I call the radio gods enter the energy of the consciousness of the universe. I got a phone call. So I'm going to only use first names. Sorry. And I'm going to try not to use any names at all, but if I do, first names only. I get a phone call. No, I don't. I get a text message, which of course I miss. See, I'm not surgically attached to my phone. I'm not that important that I need to know when somebody liked, hated, retweeted, or I don't give a. I never did. The accounts that I have, I didn't set up. People had to do for me because I was in media. I would still be using cans and string, smoke signals, carrier pigeons, dead drops. That's my world. I get a text message. Are you in Colorado? Are you still in Greeley? Yes. I return the text message with a phone call. Damn thing is in your hand. Answer it. Can't talk right now. I'll call you when I can. Oh, Jesus H. Christ, that popsicle stick. Phone rings. Hey, buddy, how are you? I'm okay. Hey, what's going on? Why, I missed your text, and so I called, and what's going on? Hey, I need you to do a, um, well, okay, I mean, before I say yes, I would want to or need to know a little more. But do you know about XYZ, ABC, and 123? Well, I heard a little about it, or I don't know. Talk about pussyfooting through a minefield. And I've made reference to the class of 2020. This individual is a member of the class of 2020. We'll leave it at that. And this individual made a very specific set of career decisions to move from ABC to LMNOP to RSVP to XYZ. I don't know why they changed their mind. Conveniently, the smartphone now with other people texting, and here's our app, and download this, and go to this site, and get this link, and print this off, and somebody's going to lose an eye. Now they say, Joe, you know I don't do this. Yeah, no, just do that. Just click that. Just click. It's always just one little click. Yeah, one little click away from a nervous breakdown. And a government that cares about us. Here is the client. Here's what I'm doing. First, 1 and 0 that don't fit. So I called everybody, and I was thinking about you, so I called you. Who else did you call? Nobody. You're the first one I call. Well, which is it? You called everybody or you called me first? And why would you call me first? What are you smoking to think calling me for good idea? Let's get Scooter on the phone. Well, who is in charge of this Bugatti? And I'm going to get to that. All of you people coming at me about you're not this and you're not that. You don't even say the word right. Brugada. Borgata. Bugatti. Who the is in charge of this Bugatti? It's the same word, regional dialects. I am not in Sicilian. I am Irish, Roman, Catholic, conservative, nationalist, expat, Irish mafia. You know, that's not even the wolf. Come sit at this table and say that. I got yelled at on the same day by a non Italian. Are we allowed to point out that they don't even have a penis? You know, the last thing you want to do is get yelled at by a woman, let alone a pretty woman. See, I shouldn't say that because that's the movie. A lady, but we do give them pass because they are one of the ones that pee standing up, and that's not an LGBTQ reference. They're one of the guys, so that filter comes off, so you can talk. Capiche? That's not how she said it. Don't ever say that word again. And what is this nonsense with you, you people, blah, 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 blah? Hang up. What is that shit? Whew. I know. The shooting in Texas, the war in Ukraine, another $40 billion. My rambling today in the car. Elon Musk was challenged, $40 billion, you could solve homelessness, you could solve hunger. And Elon says, give me a plan, and if it works, I'll spend that money. And they went silent because we have to go after him because he's a sex offender. Oh, dear God, this just gets worse by the goddamn minute. So, a former member of the class of 2020 has a similar position, but a different position with a different company, I think. I don't know. I was old in 2020, so I'm 2 years older, 2 years smarter. And I'm the one again pointing out this is a bad idea, which is exactly what I said 12 hours after getting gassed in Denver and 12 hours before being in Minneapolis. This is a bad idea. I'm the wrong guy. No, you're the right guy. Okay. So I'm the right guy because I answered the phone and I'm asking these questions. This is not a way Scooter would ever talk to these people ever. And I'm talking like this. Hence the reference to the dead puppy. He goes, dude, what is wrong with you? Well, what? I'm asking questions. I would. I'm being as honest as possible. I would expect the same. I said because I know where this goes. When you say X and then it goes Y and then here comes Z, and you're surprised when it's A, B, and C again. He said that, dude, it sounds like somebody just strangled a puppy in front of you like 3 hours ago. And you all think, and I'm not taking away from Robin Williams, but you all think that was off the top and improvisation. No, they're the same memorized lines. And I said, no, that was just yesterday. We know what a lousy day yesterday was. And they, kind of laughed, but they clearly didn't get the joke that I don't want to talk about this. What do you want me to do? Specifically. Client wants ABC. Well, they always do. But then they okay. It could do this, it could do that. We don't know. Well, okay. A, we were friends. B, we were kind of screwed together in this class of 2020. And you know the argument of when you're in the line of fire and when you're in the trenches, you become brothers. And I said, all right, yes, you can have him give me a call. Yeah, I'll open the link. Yeah, I'll go. Okay, now, here we go. Let's send Scooter on a treasure hunt. Somewhere back in this corner are all the Winter Carnival buttons and the medallion. I mean, it's the same thing. Let's send him on a treasure hunt. Either 5 or 7 days from now, I'm going to tell the story of that ended today because this is nonsense. It really sucks when I'm on the phone with a chief of police. His job is to talk me off the ledge. He didn't even know about the Texas shooting. Oh, dear God. They are that unplugged from the internet. They being everybody. The monkeypox. We don't believe you. Ooh, what's my wordle? I just found out about this. I didn't realize it. I will give credit to where credit's due. Greg Fitzsimmons. He's the one who told him. I was like, "What are you talking about?" Oh, dude, you got it. Is that the words with friends with the what's his name? The shooting, the Russ set, Alec Baldwin. So he and I went down this rabbit hole on that. And the cookies and the brownies and the bean dip and you're appropriating and you don't even know how to say brugada. Yeah, I do. Consigliere. Takes too much time. Tell Consigliere to get his ass in here. Dialects. Still the same fucking words. But you've all perverted, synonymized, and homogenized the word so badly that now you fight about the minutia of the word. On my planet, it's a brugada. You hear me say consigliere like Yeti as Bigfoot, where my dialect, double L's, come out as soft T's. That's your fucking problem. Give no credit where credit's due that I suffered a stroke in my 40s, had to relearn the English language just to be able to speak after a mouthful of bionics and prosthetics and reconstructive surgery from the neck up. You really should go outside and get some sunlight. Be careful of monkeypox if you're in Brussels, in a dog pit with a stallion or a mare. Because we don't want to give them a stigma. I stopped watching Sopranos episode, season 5 because in my frown hair, nobody, this was not a secret. I get the call Sunday night, turn on HBO, episode 1, guy walks into a psychiatrist's office. By episode 3, Mrs. Scooter is sitting in a chair, scared. How do you know what they're going to say next? Sorry, she didn't know. By season 2, Sunday dinner has changed. Here's what time. Because I have both East Coast and West Coast satellite feeds. Oh no, Sopranos is not Rocky Mountain time. We're having it Pacific time, East Coast style, Sunday dinner. Sit down, shut the fuck up. By season 5, we have Brokeback Mafia. It's time to call HBO and tell them to take the satellite, both feeds, and shove it up their ass. Because in this brugada, that shit don't fly. That's it. Game over, player one. We don't care about how you've been misidentified or how you've been misrepresented or how you identify. I'm sorry. Do you see what I... Yeah, we're just here to pick up the VIG. In the world of the left politics, we'd call that an unintended consequence. Bye bye. Don't care. It's the rules. And this is about the rules that hold us together. To the rules. You start breaking the rules, and this whole fucking thing cracks and crumbles. So Friday, we have to hurry up and go get paperwork. Oh, good. We got to call 3 people. We got to download the thing. Of course, it's a PDF. Could you send it to my Prius? No, there is not a printer in this building. I'm sorry. Okay, yes, I have an out-of-house printing. And if I could I miss business cards that were linen, that were actually printed on a press, not this laser bullshit. Go print off the paperwork. All right. Catholics, Presbyterians, Lutherans, Mormons, Jesuits, and Jews. And I can't identify 3 different groups because of their alienation. Irish Catholic. So, paperwork. You know, I'm looking at this, guys, and I'm reading this, and here's what it says. What did you go to? Yes, I downloaded it from the fucking website. Have you read this? No. Okay, see, I have. It says they want XYZ. I don't have. Sure you do. Not anymore. 2020, 2021. This is 2022. I told all of you in January I maintained the structure, but I didn't re-credential for anything because I was deemed what I was deemed. Oh, you forgot. Yes. You conveniently forget. I recognize my voice. It's irritating and in English. All right. We're going to Of course, we're going to handle it. Let's make sure that we have Scooter wait until Sunday night. Perfect. This is all still part of the Kobayashi Maru. I'm absolutely thoroughly convinced of that now. Captain Kirk, I wouldn't be shocked if Bill Shatner himself opened the front door and went, "Hi, gotcha. You fuck, oh man. Yeah, you got me good." They want, because I don't have this anymore, they want that. All right. Look, I know. Go online, download. Shut up. Don't tell me again to download somebody's third party nonsense. Give them all my info only for them to go, "Ooh, you're not eligible." No, of course not. Can I have my DNA back? Jesus H. Christ on a popsicle stick. Who the in charge of this Brugada? That's Brugada, sir. Oh, come over here so I can poke you in the eye before I take this ice pick and shove it in your ear. Scooter the Ice Pick McGee. Nah, it doesn't flow. We have the paperwork. Of course we do. Now what do I do? Go turn it. Well, of course, no, shove it out again. Take it outside, put it in a bag, and throw it over your head and squawk like a chicken. Boy, if that isn't a deep dive reference to Dick Van Dyke Show, I don't know what is. The original Jackie the Joke Man appeared in that episode, not Jackie Marlin from Howard Stern, but the original Jackie the Joke Man, Dick Van Dyke Show. So Monday, because today's Tuesday, we all know what a horrible day today was. He was ranting in the car. What I'm going to tell you in the next 5 or 7 days, depending upon which I'm supposed to believe and when this phone rings next, it's a scam. All of this nonsense about the Constitution, your rights as a citizen, the presumption of guilt, the presumption of innocence. We are in a very dangerous place because so now, if fast forward to today, before yesterday, a friend of mine, let's just say they're more than a cop. They're the chief of a police of a jurisdiction. With the joke, how's your jurisdiction hanging? I think it's a funny play on words, but he's a very serious guy. Okay. And he and I are friends. And even he, by his own admission, he's like, I mean, you're in a small group because he's very selective who he chooses to be friends with. And I'm very grateful that he even includes me in his phone list. And I said, hey, I called you the other day because I wanted to ask you something. And I called you yesterday because I wanted to vent. He married, kids, grandkids, jurisdiction, responsibilities. So we don't always get to talk. And he says, tell me what's going on. And I told him, but I had to preface this with, I do respect that you're a cop. I also respect your chief of police. And so if I say anything that crosses the line, I would ask that you not arrest me, that you just hang up on me because I'm getting used to it. He goes, what? I go, nothing. Just hear me out. So I explain what I can't explain on this video. And I go, just be honest. And I go, thank you for letting me vent. Now I'm going to shut up and listen. Am I crazy? And he goes, oh no. He goes, no. I mean, our job isn't to determine that, but I see what you're saying. In that I haven't identified a possible conspiracy. No, this is just theft by fraud, theft by swindle. And you're just taking money 35 and 45 and 65 bucks at a time because I'm supposed to prove something I'm not. What's wrong with that picture? This is before discussing Texas. I understand under penalty of perjury that the information that I'm providing is, yes. See, I'm not here to lie. You asked me to come in. I'm coming in here. How many times, at what point do I get to walk in with a cleaver and just slam it on the desk and give them my fingers and go, you keep them? How many fingerprint sets do you need from me? See, now I understand this because, well, if you just had them a month ago, I mean, you may have done so. I said, I just answered here on the form that I didn't. So you just run my ass through your system again. Give me my piece of paper and let me go. No, we have to wait 5. The room is empty. 2 days in a row. I guess you're busy taking care of all of those pre-checks for TSA. Oh my God. Oh my God. Oh my God. You relish. I'm sorry, we can't take a walk-in appointment. I literally turned around to an empty room and went, you don't think I could take one of their appointments? Sorry, sir, we don't do that. Due to COVID. Due to COVID. 800 number clicks. Doesn't say that here on our website, does it? No, it doesn't. That's what they're saying in that building. Well, we're very sorry. I'm great. You're very sorry. Can I please get this now? Well, our computers don't allow that, so we're going to have to schedule you for tomorrow. So I walk in today, and they're pissed that they even see me. And all I did was this, and just, yeah, those lovely baby harp seal eyes. Just, are you kidding me? Of course I'm here early. Because if I come in at the time, you'll claim I'm late. Do you have? Yes. Do you have? Yes. Do you have? Yes. Do I fall? No, you just wait here. That may just delete the whole video. You have some little power trip that you want to be in charge and deny everybody. So they give you that look in the eye so you can claim you've been threatened. I'm here to present my credentials because I was asked to. I didn't come in here for my health. I was asked to come in here. I was told that I'm allowed to come in here. Now, I don't know who told you that. This department, in charge of the town, might suggest credibility, not fake news and misinformation that I saw on social media and Instagram. No, actually, I got it from, the one who's got to sign off on them. Are you sure you're not making this up, Scooter, because she's a woman? Oh, no. Are you sure you're not making it up because she's. No, no. How about. Oh, no. She was getting off on it. No knowledge who I am other than my biological name associated in my driver's license. This woman has one job every day because she's miserable at her job: to push other people's buttons to create a crisis that allows for micromanagement so that further restrictions can be deployed, further entrenching her in keeping her job, not doing it. See, normally I keep my bong right here. I didn't thank anybody. Greeley West Side Liquor, Greeley and Evans, you can get and I don't think you have to chop off fingers with a cleaver and just present those as money. And the Silver Mountain Jewelry and Pawn. And Scotty, thank you for this in the field. New client doesn't care. 11 p.m. transmission is not going to fly, however. I'm going to have to record them and upload them every day. Day 89 into day 90. I don't feel well. I have some notes I have to deal with. And, oh my God, I spent 35 minutes yapping on nothing. Oh, so partner calls. Energy of the Universe. I had put a call into one of my partners yesterday, and I don't know how we missed our tracks. Same reason that the phone didn't ding. I apparently missed his call. I don't see it till I plug the phone in after midnight. And he says, this is what he noticed right away. So I told him. He's like, I haven't gotten the call yet. I said, well, this is who called, and your name has come up, but I didn't say anything because I don't know what to say. And then I said, oh, and so said hi. And so when I talk to him next week, now I go, again, the great Carlin line, give my love to Wilhelm. Well, what if Wilhelm doesn't want his love? Maybe Wilhelm wants Rebecca's love. So I'm lucky I got a good partner. So thank you, partner. You did talk me. You thank you for your help and thank you for putting up with my nonsense and thank you for being a good partner. And I pray to Christ they don't deploy us again like that. That's about all I can say. The national gas price average continues to skyrocket. The national diesel prices continue to skyrocket. What started as 2 dead in Texas turned to 11 dead to 14 dead to 17 dead or 18 dead if you want to count the shooter. President Biden immediately hitting the campaign trail, I mean, the podium, to ask the world and ask Americans, why won't we do what we know needs to be done? You mean armed teachers? They got to pass a background check to be around a kid. Shouldn't they be allowed to carry a gun? Even Fox News now is talking about the gun genie being out of the bottle. President Biden is blaming the gun lobbyists. Nobody wants to talk about, Texas or not, safe spaces, gun free zones, sanctuary cities, whether this city in Texas is one or not, as they talk about the worst, deadliest school shooting since, meaning it's not. I direct your attention to Virginia Tech. The Virginia Tech shooting and soon Tech Ho, and the number of dead at Virginia. Oh, kids! All right, well, then I'm going to really be a cold prick. Um, why are Democrats so worried about kids in school getting shot, but not so much worried about kids in the womb being aborted at 9 months? Seems a little hypocritical. I'm just saying. I'm not in charge of this Bugatti. Get Concierti on the phone. Somebody's name is being added to a list. This nonsense of the red pill, blue pill. The red pill would be conversely the far right, and the woke being the blue pill, the far left. Both now equally dangerous. And I can't believe I say that because the argument is we want everybody red pilled. No, it's the metrics of YouTube and Facebook and Instagram and Twitter and social media. Other than that, I shouldn't bring in Twitter because Twitter said less than 5% of its users would be fake. How is that not theft by fraud, theft by swindle? I don't know. Home interest rates now at a record high. Recession is at hand. I know I brought up in the first week of February through the first week of March that recession is defined as 2 economic quarters of negative GDP. Well, the numbers were fudged in fourth quarter because of Christmas. So we're there. Oh, no, we're not. Not according to the experts. Okay, well, now they're saying get ready for $6 a gallon gasoline by 4th of July. Wow, I was wrong. I said 5 for Memorial Day and most likely 7, but they want $10 a gallon gasoline. They've always wanted that. They don't want you driving a car. They want you to go green. You're going to go green. We want you to go green. You need to go green. They've been talking all about this for the Great Reset in Davos since 2016 as the international community meets again in Davos. Oh, you mean they didn't meet at Brussels in the dog pit playing Mare and Stallion? We don't want to give a group a stigma. Okay. 100,000 plus Cuban refugees have come through the southern border since the first of the year. It's May 24th. I cannot discuss these. Veal. That's for a whole nother show. The shooting on 514 in Buffalo, New York, now paling as members of Congress on the floor, the hallowed halls of Congress, chanting the same nonsense and the same rhetoric. When are we going to do what needs to be done? Being very vague and ambiguous about taking your guns away and demonizing the gun and blaming the gun lobbyists is not part of the solution. It's only creating more problems. And that's all government, both Republican and Democrat, can do, is cause more problems. We'll get to the bullshit in 5 to 7 days. The Mr. Phelps I can't do yet. Tagline is not going to do. Yes, a lot of it was the government did not create the middle class. The mafia did, and in particular, the mafia infiltration into labor unions, and most notably the Teamsters. But if you don't think the mafia infiltrated all of the unions, you're nuts. Mafia had more control of the unions than government. Mafia controlled government. Politicians then gamed and milked with the unions. The unions and the mafia have now infiltrated government. And when you bring up unions versus mafia, it is the classic capitalistic tyrannist versus the socialist tyrannist or communist tyrannist. Mafia does represent capitalism, but a very tightly controlled capitalism where we just want to wet our beak. The union control is amassing and distributing wealth equally amongst all, while yet at above, we control it all because we just want to wet our beak. Scooter Damas is sitting up on top of a hill trying to have a Coke and a smoke, and sees this long train coming around the corner over here. And over here, another long train. And there's the village down below and all the people and the children. And here they come. Neither can see one another, but Scooter Damas can, and you don't believe him anyway. And if you did, you care more about a chocolate chip cookie recipe, than you do about the headlines of tyranny. Ukraine is one of the most corrupt countries on this planet. Where do you, again, who do you think changed the sex work industry? You think the hardworking girls out of New Orleans or Miami or Brooklyn or Vegas? Or do you think it was Eastern Europe? Who do you think created the sex work industry? Because again, on my planet, we had hookers and we had prostitutes and we had pimps and we had escorts and we had call girls and you better know which one to call what. Well, you're still going to have to call the pimp if you want certain ones. Or a madam, unless you went to a madam who was apparently OCD and decided to write numerous suicide notes and leave them in various. I'm going to leave one under the table and one out in the shed. Democrats claim they're for the working people. More jobs created now since no. Fewer jobs since before the pandemic. More job listings, sure, but they're all part time. So good luck getting two part time jobs. You know, if you just bought an electric car, you wouldn't have to worry about this. You remember when Bill Maher, and again, I pointed this out in the rambling in the car. Remember when he said, you know, if we got to collapse the economy, we got to collapse the economy. And then COVID happened. Be very, very careful of monkeypox. Thank God the U.S. government bought millions of doses of monkeypox vaccine. Yeah, but see, I don't think millions of people are going to, we don't want to give a stigma. And what is with all the lisping and the metrosexuals and the men with their pants too tight around their ankles? And what is this openly gay agenda in the media? What is this shit about? I have every right to question that. It doesn't make me a homophobic. Some of my friends, I know we all know Hans P. Bauer. Should I mention a couple that are in the federal prison system for the crimes they committed against kids? Association because we went to school together. Shocked us all. You gotta be fucking kidding me. He did what the... And our comment back then, he's lucky he's in the hands of the feds. And will... I can't believe you just... He's lucky he's in the hands of the feds. Yeah, I went to school with him. Yeah, I knew him. Thought I did. Apparently not. See, because on my planet, that shit don't fly. Period. You touch a kid like that, you're dead. See, and by the way, public execution. You have the death penalty. It's not vigilante justice. No, you have the death penalty. If you kill a child, you no longer have the right to live on this planet. If you have sex or attempt to have sex with a child, you are immediately removed from the system. If the evidence shows beyond a reasonable doubt that you either had sex or attempted to have sex with a kid, you get the death penalty. Period. End of discussion. No three strikes, you're out. No going to a halfway house for freaks who couldn't go all the way. Death penalty. We are not at that place in society. We have to be tolerant and understanding, and we have to be progressive so that we can have diversity for all. No, no. When you're a freak show on the dance floor and society says you're a freak show on the dance floor, it's time to deal with the freak shows on the dance floor. Dump the floor. Great nightclub story. I can't tell, but I might. I don't have any soda left. Floor's packed. Club's packed. I just want to point out I'm not, okay? I'm doing something else. Here comes the owner. Owner says nothing. Gave a look. I was number two. He looked at number one. Gave number one a look and walked away. And I look at number two and I'm like, what was that? I couldn't, I caught it, but I couldn't catch what he threw. Had no clue what this signal was. Number one says, don't worry about it. Well, I'm going to obviously notice here in about 66 seconds something is going to happen. And in the world of DJing, what you would think is about to happen next does not. And this wasn't a left turn. This wasn't shaking the tree. It wasn't even a train wreck because it was by design. And I just am, what am I watching? Don't worry about it. And I'm watching it. Stop this. What? Don't worry about it. Wait a minute. But don't worry about it. Scooter, you overthink things. Ah, there's a bong right here in the corner. Hey, wait a minute. Do the flying tigers still exist? Damn it, I'm out of smokes. No, I'm not. 2 minutes. A minute goes by. 2 minutes goes by. Jesus, you pick a 348? What is wrong with you? Don't worry about it. You know, this room holds 2,200 people, if that. I think occupancy is 1,800. I think we're squeezing 22 into the building at night. Dude, you just chased 600 people out of here. I have not caught what was thrown. Where is the... It's not registering yet. What the fuck did I just see? Don't worry about it. I'll tell you later. What? There's not enough Jaeger in this building to fix what I just saw. What did I just see? Dump the room. I don't give a shit. Dump the room. Boy, I never saw that look before look like that. Why? Oh, from our perch. But that's not our job. Our job is to play to the crowd. And if that's the crowd, you play to the crowd. Don't ever do that again. Ever. Play X, play Y, play. Now enter the. Okay, baseball season. Here we go. No. 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 Shit. Throw it in. Bang. What are you doing? Don't worry about it. Because the time came where I got that look. Years, fast forward years. Seriously, fast forward a half a dozen years. And it's a Friday night, and I'm doing my thing. By the way, very formatted. You know, the 80s retro dance party. Simulcast on this station. And I got the look. But what? Okay. Now my brain has to process all. All right, we're doing this because this product goes out to the Baba Bas, and the Baba Bas can only hear this. They can't. Okay. Oh, shit. Oh, and I'm looking at my playlist. Oh, shit. Oh, oh, yeah. Ah, the knockout hits. I'm not gonna say which disc. Oh no, Platinum Series 1 through 40. I'm just not gonna tell you which disc. Ooh, this is gonna hurt. Somebody's gonna lose a knee. 606. Shit. No, dump the floor right now. Dump the floor. Yeah, but it's not in the timing and the radio and the kids in the car. Ah, shit. So now those, so we got the book and the fly, bang, coming this, yanked this out, throw it in the crowd. Never gonna play that song again. No, never hit the song. Took it and threw it out to the crowd. Throw in another one. 353. Shit. Really like a 320 or yeah. All right. I'll still come in before the bottom of the hour. I can still do the station ID. I can still do all that. Listeners aren't going to know. Ooh, drop the Q mics because we have mics over the day. Yeah, drop those. If Moses parted the Red Sea, I know what Moses felt at that moment. There they go. Well, yeah, I knew what this would do. Little House on the Prairie, where are they going to go? First names only. Crystal. And just looks at me. What? What are you doing? Nothing. DJing. What are you doing? This isn't DJing. If you don't like it, you can leave or you could go to the bar and get a drink. You don't have to camp out here all night. What's next? More music? Less talk? You're not funny. A sound I can't make after the stroke. That cat hair sound. You're an asshole. All right. All from just one look. I hit the song. I'm getting this yapping now from the gallery. They all need to have their input. And now I have everything lined up. Okay, so there was the dump. We're not going to do a turn. We're going to bring them back. We're going to do this. And I don't remember who was with me that night, whether it was Jackie, Denise, or Chris. And, in this, I would think I would remember Even if Brian, I don't remember any of them other than we were live, but that I was so focused out here, I'm not paying attention to behind. Hence why off-duty cops were behind, so that hey, Mr. DJ, no, 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 don't touch him. Don't do that. You the last stupid thing you want to do. Get everything lined up. Look up. Made a mic call to bar one. I get a nod from either Maddie or JR, and I give the glance back to nightclub mom, aka Julie, and she gives me the wink. All right, God, please don't make me do this a lot. And enter the next. All right, and full throttle, and don't now. Once you have them, don't. That's easy for you to say because he just came up and gave the. He did not. Don't tell me he didn't. Go out there. He goes, that was a good job. What? So I got the look right. He goes, no, no. You did exactly what I wanted. And then he goes, what were you going to play? Said it doesn't matter. It was 6:06. And he called the song. Swear to God. Said it was 6:06. It was too long. I was coming down to the bottom. And you know the drill. I know it's not the nightclub rule, but the radio rule, and I was trying to keep that in mind. He goes, no. All right. No, 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 no. What you played was great. I saw you yank it out. I wanted to know. And yes, that would have been right if we weren't on the air. So good call. Back to your room. Swear to God, true story. Dump it right now. I mean, the look is dump this room right now, or I'm going to shoot you. That's a very difficult look to give when you're wearing khakis, flannel, and a down vest. You scare the hell out of us because your hands never come out of your pockets. Did he load his gun before work? Does he have his gun on him? His barometric pressure reading was if he can walk around in the nightclub and nobody bumps into him, we're dead. He's mad. And if he walks around in the nightclub and people keep bumping into his arm, we're too busy and it's too full in here and he's mad. Why do you come on the floor? Well, because if I wasn't here, if you weren't here, let me tell you how this place would run. Maddie, why don't you back me up on that one? JR, do me a favor. I hope you're well. Joe, not the Joe on the phone. Crystal, I forgot, has nothing to do with my reference to the cop who's a Mormon. Paperwork. Cleavers. Yes, I'm going to need a butcher block, a cleaver, and a baggie. Chunk. That'd be a great magic trick. Just the amazing Jonathan. Just bang. Here you go. Keep them on file. Keep them on ice. You have to prove you're not a criminal. And you have to pay for it. In 101 ways come November. We're going to need a copy of this. We need to know this. We need to know this. We need to talk to these people. We need to talk to these people. Couldn't you just type and, well, we could, but we're not allowed to do that. Nice. It's for your own protection. Okay, I get that now. Can I go back to my padded room? America has now spent almost $100 billion in the war in Ukraine, globally $250 billion, according to the alleged commitments by the international community. Finland and Sweden want to join NATO. Can I join NATO? The baby formula crisis. You mean the one that the Food and Drug Administration under the Biden administration created? Well, they're managing it now. Okay, good for them. How are those peace talks coming? Hey, day 90. Remember in the first 10 days when the White House announced that President Biden was going to meet personally with the Saudi Crown Prince bin Salman? That hasn't happened yet. Okay. Are they, well, they're talking about it. Okay. The deal with Venezuela? Well, there's been movement now in Venezuela. Last week, the administration announced lessening some of the sanctions to ease Venezuela. Oh, so no deal has been struck. Well, no, no deal has been struck. Has a deal been struck with Iran? Well, no, no deal has been struck there. But we're working. Okay. How's that misinformation, disinformation twat doing? Well, she had to resign. How can you resign from a position you were fired from? Well, we didn't fire her. We just put the project on hold. Okay. You know, monkeypox. Uh huh. Speaking of monkeypox, part of the response regarding monkeypox in New York, for example, the say it, the mayor of New York is worthless. It has not been 6 months he's been mayor, and he wants to run for president. And I think a great way is out of an abundance of caution telling the people of New York to put your mask back on because of the outbreak of monkeypox. That's an hour. I wasted an hour of people's time. I am fine. I am not. My fate again is in the hands of clients and computers and big government and regulation and red tape. Remember, red tape came out of the Civil War, by the way. Who is in charge? It's Bruga. You don't even know. And you. Wow. All you got out of that tirade was, I looked it up and it's not there. Okay. I looked up twat and I didn't see a picture of you. George Carlin, a twat's a twat, and that's that. So it is May 24th. This is 90 days calendar. February 24th, April 24th, March 24th, April 24th, May 24th. But you only this month had, and yeah, well, there was an episode or two extras, and there was a bonus, and there was a recipe or two. So to Silver Mountain Jewelry and Pawn and Greeley West Side Liquor, thank you for your patience. I don't think this project moves ahead, but I'm going to continue against my better judgment. There will be a daily upload of news bulletins or predictions or rants. And as long as I don't disclose where I get deployed, there will be peace in the galaxy. Because that nonsense, you're just photoshopping this. Yeah, you're right. I'm photoshopping Carboni's Pizza from an SUV in a parking lot in St. Paul. You're right. I wasn't St. Paul, it was St. Paul Park. You're right. I'm wrong. I'm sorry. I'm so glad that you're the fact checker on the internet. The fact that I'm here with Carboni's Pizza and spaghetti. You're right. I made it up. Okay. I'm really glad that you're gonna be in charge of what's true and what's not. How about we get to decide what's true or what's not? Not a regulatory body or a corporation. Corporations have the same rights as humans. Actually, corporations have more rights than humans. You might want to fact check that. So, with two strikes to the conspiracy keepers, I don't know if they taped an episode. They have my permission. You don't need my permission. You had a quorum. I don't know what you were waiting for me for. Kadish? What part of we should schedule this after lunch? 8 p.m. We're having an early lunch in Paris. I recognize my voice. It's irritating in English. When I say one thing and something completely else happens, it tells me it's time to stop talking. Good night, everybody.